Well, we have a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. I would say Pacific Northwest, which it is, but I mean, I'm in Washington. Just dropped Lila off, and she's actually gonna stay a couple extra hours at school because I am going to go to Greg's periodontist office, where I was last week shooting real estate stuff and a couple headshots. We're gonna shoot more headshots of him and the rest of his staff on a background. So that's what we're gonna do today, and I'm gonna start getting my gear ready. Really, other than just making sure I have charged camera batteries, which are right here, I'm pretty sure I have 3 or 4 charged batteries, and cards, which I just need to clear off some cards. And a lens. I'll probably be using the 70-200. The next thing is the light, especially with studio style headshots. I'm gonna have 2 flashes. One will be a hair light and one will be a background light. So to give them some highlights, some rim light across their hair on one side, this one will be on the background, kind of creating a gradient on the background. This is the power pack, which is pretty full. These are 2, but I'm just gonna top them off. That guy is the power pack for the Godox Wistro AD600BM. I always think the name is funny, 8600. It sounds like 8600, but it's AD600. And this is a, I believe it's a 600 watt second strobe monolight, which this guy packs a punch, and it's battery powered. So it's kind of like the ProPhoto B1 or B2 or whatever it is. But this guy's about $600 versus the ProPhoto's like $2,000. 3 light stands going along for the 3 lights. And I got 2 different size soft boxes, or I should say octa boxes. That one is, I believe, a 30 or 32 inch. And then this guy's much bigger, 46 or something like that. And the space we're shooting in, I used this last time, but setting up backgrounds and everything, I'll probably use this one as the key light. And then the last piece of the equation is a trigger. So this will go on the camera, and this will be what will remotely trigger all 3 of the flashes. Love these flashes because they're just like a $600 Canon flash. Good quality. They're really nice. Except one of the big differences, this big honking lithium ion battery on them. So they don't take AA's, they take this battery, and it lasts quite a while. These flashes just go and go and go. I love them. Time to start packing up the gear, getting the batteries off the charger, and getting going. It's 10:24. I gotta pack up, load up everything into the car, go to the store, get a Lunchable for Lila, because I have to take that to her at preschool for her lunch since she's staying a little extra today. Then I can head off down to the shoot. Have arrived. I am about 10 minutes behind schedule of where it wanted to be. Now it's time to unpack. Well, I'll go in and greet everybody and then come out and get some gear and start setting up. Set up and tear down is probably the longest parts of these kind of things because you set up, dial everything in, you test everything, and then when you start shooting, you can literally like shuffle people in, like go, snap, 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 next, snap, 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 snap. You know, it's all set up and good to go. So the actual shoot doesn't take very long, but setting up, dialing in, testing, that takes the longest. And hopefully I'll have enough time in this office space because it's a working office. And we have to do it like right in the main hallway. So I better get in there. just finished the shoot. Use the 70-200. Got a light there. The backdrop. Got the hair light up there. And then the key light's over here. 8600 shooting right over there, headshots. And that's that. I'm all packed up now. It was kind of a whirlwind, got in and got set up, and we actually shot everything pretty quick, but we had to wait for one person that was still working on a client that was there. We had to wait for her to finish to shoot her individuals, and then the group shot. Obviously, she needed to be done to be in that. But all in all, pretty well. I mean, we're talking about 5 people with 2 outfits, one with like their scrubs on and then one with nicer clothes, and then a group shot, all 5 of them in their nicer clothes, and that was outside. If that one person hadn't been busy with a client, I probably would have been, from the point of being set up and shooting to the point of being done shooting, probably only 30 to 45 minutes. So what I was saying earlier, once you get set up, it goes quick, because you just get the next person to step in and kind of direct them a little bit, do a couple different poses, switch out to the next person. All right, guys, I thought I would go through showing some of the images that we shot. You can see here, the first couple images are just kind of testing to make sure the background's gonna look okay. I do honestly wish I maybe changed the zoom on the flash to get a different pattern up here, but it is what it is. But then over here, with the backlight off, there's the hair light over here. That backlight is hitting her from her side, and that's what's creating this kind of nice highlight on this side of the face. And then obviously the key light is providing the main source of light on the front. So we ended up just going through, this is Greg. He's the actual periodontist that's there. He's actually my neighbor. But you can see I used a 70-200, just going through some of these shots here. I was standing back at the end of the hallway, and I was standing on my Pelican case just to get me like a foot higher than normal to shoot down just a tad. And you can even see in some of these shots like the seamless roll right up here. That'll obviously all get cropped out. We just went through some poses, did a couple horizontals. Right there is a difference of the background light not going off. The flash just hadn't cycled fast enough yet. So there's with the background, and then that's also the rim light. Backlight didn't fire either. So this is just the key light, which you can actually see right here. That's the edge of the octo box. But that's just front light hitting them. Whereas this has the same front light, you can still see it there, but the backlight's hitting them, and then the background light is going off. So there's your difference between a simple portrait, 1 light, and then a 3 light portrait. We ended up turning the backlight down a little bit because it was a little hot in subsequent pictures, like out this way. I think I like him with his arms crossed better. See, that one's a little bit less. I turned the power down on that one. So I'll go through and edit these up. These are all just straight raw right now. Went to the next person, next person, next person, and then we changed clothes a little bit. Went to their more nicer clothes. And then we went outside and did a group shot. And like the colors are kind of wonky on this, but again, that'll get all fixed. I can fix the colors on this. Obviously it's a little too blue, but we brighten this guy up. Kick up that vibrance a little bit. Yeah, just a quick edit. And that's that shoot. I'll get them edited off and fired off to the client. I just wanted to be able to show you some of the images that I shot that I unfortunately couldn't vlog while I was working. That's probably gonna do it for this episode, and we'll see you tomorrow.